Tipping on safari. What's it all about? How do you do it? It's a really common question, really good question for folks who booked and ready to go out on their trip. Tipping is really important on safari, like a lot of places, and yeah, something that you should get a grip of before you go. Really basic rule that actually applies pretty much across the African safari destinations is $10 a day per person. Okay, and these days, you know, cost of living and all that, you could say 10 to 15. So to give you an example, let's say you stay at a camp for 4 nights, 2 of you, so that's $10 a day per person, $40, 2 of you, $80. Okay, now you might want to bump that up, you know, make it 100, make it a little bit more. Now that applies for your guide, so he is out, or she is the person who, you know, taking you out on game drives and generally looking after you, and you tip them directly. Okay, so that means you might tip them at the airstrip when they're dropping you off, or in camp on the last evening, or whatever it is. And then you'll also do the same, so the same amount, the same applies, $10 a day per person or $15 a day per person for the camp staff as a whole. Okay, so that means all the chefs and the lovely people washing your linens and the lovely people behind the bar and all the people you don't see that make your safari camp happen, and there's a lot of those, trust me. It's the same again, $10 a day per person. So one camp for 4 nights, you're looking at something like $160 for the 2 of you, and maybe a bit more. So if you're going to 2 camps on your safari, or you're going to 3 camps, that gives you an idea of how much cash you're going to need. Tipping is usually done in USD. That's the easiest way to do it. It's kind of the common currency, but local currency is also handy. Let's say you get out some local currency because you want to go and do a bit of shopping or something. That's also perfectly fine. Sometimes easier for the guys who are living a long time out in these remote areas. It's sometimes also handy for them to have a bit of local currency, but USD. And usually you'll find in your room, or if you speak to the camp manager, a little envelope. So if you want some discretion, you can put your tips in there for the guide or the camp staff, and often there will be a kind of a box in the main area or in the office or something, which the managers and the guides will direct you to, and you can just pop your tips in there. One thing to remember, so you've got to get that cash before you go. It's very difficult to, or impossible to get cash once you're out. Either bring it with you from wherever you're coming from, or get it on arrival in the city that you arrive to on the plane. Yeah, USD. And sometimes good to remember as well that some people, you might only bump into them once or twice, so good to have some smalls in your pocket as well when you go out for an activity. You know, $5, $10, whatever. Maybe you're going out on a boat safari on Rufiji River. The guy's driving your boat is not your guide. Maybe you only see him for that afternoon, or you know, you go out on a walk. The guy you're going out with a scout, and yeah, he's a walking specialist, and you just see him for the one day. So good, just check with your guide, just ask, you know, are we going to see this gentleman or lady again, and they'll give you some direction, and then you can just tip them on the day. So that's a handy tip. Just have a few smalls in your pocket, and that's all there is to it. And just a note here as well, that private guides, we also gratefully accept tips.